Hello, my name is Kelsey Clayton. I'm a bachelor student at Western Governors University, and my presentation is on vaccines, risks, and benefits. Dr. Zyga Phillips wrote in the World Medical Journal in 2011 that there are 2.5 million children who die every year of vaccine-preventable diseases. This is while many states still have requirements for vaccinations for children before they enter school. It is important that we as a society vaccinate our children in order to protect them at school, in our homes, and in our community. There are many reasons why we should vaccinate our children. The benefits certainly outweigh the risks. Vaccines are safer than the diseases they protect us from, they also prevent disease, and they are safe and proven effective. The Mayo Clinic in 2011 said that vaccines currently protected us from diphtheria, tetanus, measles, polio, and many other infectious diseases. Zyga Phillips also mentioned that polio has been eradicated from the world since 1991 due to the polio vaccine. Because of vaccines, many of these deadly infections are kept at bay. Leon Ferrant, a web designer, took information from the Center for Disease Control and created this graphic with that information recorded in 2007 that shows us how effective vaccines have been since they were first introduced. For example, before vaccines, people with diphtheria were dying at approximately 21,053 people a year. Since vaccines, we've seen a 100% decrease to 0 reported deaths of diphtheria since vaccines were introduced. For polio, we saw about 16,316 cases a year of people dying, and then after vaccines, we've also seen a 100% decrease to 0 cases a year. For a disease like measles, which used to kill almost 530,000 people a year, we've seen a 99% decrease since after vaccines to about only 61 deaths a year from measles. And this is all because of vaccines. Vaccines also have side effects, such as fever, redness or soreness at the injection site, and headaches. Many parents are also skeptical of some rare and adverse side effects, such as seizures or allergic reactions. However, these vaccines are still safer than the diseases that they protect us from. Phillips reports that these effects of these allergic reactions or seizures are still only relevant or only pop up in about 1 in a million doses of vaccinations. Hardly the risk of obtaining a disease such as measles or rubella that used to kill thousands just a few decades ago. Also, young children are especially at risk because they rely on the immunity of others. So those who are not vaccinated, who obtain a deadly disease, run the risk of infecting those who are too young to get vaccinations, which could cause serious illness and possible death. Vaccines help keep those infections out of society and away from our children. Vaccines are also under safety trials and precautions to ensure that they are effective and safe. Physicians are under legal obligation to ensure parents of their safety and let them know of any possible side effects and ingredients in the vaccinations. There are also many clinical trials and procedures that vaccines must go through before they are approved by the Federal Drug Administration or the FDA. Kimmel and Wolf reported in 2005 in the Journal of Family Practice that the FDA and CDC monitor vaccinations through a program called the Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting Agency, or VAERS. Every dose of a vaccine is reported through this program, including every date, dose, vaccine, physician, and vaccine company given to patients. This is to ensure that if an adverse effect does happen, they are able to track it and improve vaccines for future use and for future safety. Also, even after vaccines are introduced to the market and approved by the FDA continues to monitor all vaccinations given to the public. With every vaccine, there are always risks of minor side effects. These may include low-grade fever, headaches, dizziness, and soreness and redness at the injection site. However, while they may occur, they continue to prevent patients from getting deadly infections that used to kill people just decades ago. Some rare and adverse side effects still happen, such as allergic reaction, neurological symptoms, sterile abscesses, and persistent crying. However, as Dr. Phillips said, these only occur in 1 out of a million doses. Also, they can be caused by allergic reaction, which is why physicians make sure parents know what ingredients are included in vaccines, so if an allergic reaction does occur, they are able to track it and find out the problem. A common myth surrounding vaccines is that they cause autism. This is false. Kimmel and Wolf noted that the rumor started through a study done by Dr. Wakefield, who tested 12 kids with gastrointestinal disorder. The study showed that they developed a regression in thinking and some autistic symptoms. However, the study was shown to be false and was later discredited by many doctors. One reason was because the ages of those who were tested are also at the same age that autistic symptoms would occur. So even though that autism presents itself at the same age that vaccines are usually given, there has been found no correlation of vaccines causing autism or the ingredient of thimerosal causing autism, whether it's in vaccines or not. Herd immunity is a concept that if a lot of people are vaccinated, then it'll protect those who are not vaccinated around them. This is only true if over 95% of the population is vaccinated. If not, then those who are unvaccinated and contract a deadly infection could pass it to those who are still too young to be vaccinated. And if that happens, that could cause potential health problems and even death. Also, if those who are unvaccinated, according to a Colorado study, are 22 times more likely to get measles and 6 times more likely to get a disease like pertussis. That's why it's important that we are vaccinated, so that those who are still too young to be vaccinated do not contract dangerous and deadly diseases. The benefits of vaccines definitely greatly outweigh the risks. Vaccines prevent and protect us from dangerous illness, are safe, and are effective. Only 1 in a million doses causes rare and adverse side effects, and there is no reason why we should have 2.5 million children dying every year from vaccine-preventable diseases. Thank you.